Welcome to the shadows of your own awakening, where silence screams louder than chaos, and the very essence of your being reshapes the world around you. You stand now at the edge of transformation, a force birthed not from light, but from the darkness others dared to bury deep inside their hearts. This is not just a moment, this is your reckoning. You are no longer the whisper in the corner, the silent observer, the one who bends beneath the weight of others' doubts and betrayals. No, you have crossed the line. You have become the embodiment of their fear, the relentless shadow that haunts their peace. They can no longer close their eyes without feeling your presence lurking, and the comfort of sleep has deserted them. Because you, yes, you, have become their worst nightmare. It is a strange and powerful place to be, isn't it? To know that your existence unsettles those who once sought to diminish you, to silence you, to chain you beneath their control. Once they might have laughed at your struggles, whispered behind your back about your failures, dismissed your dreams as futile illusions. But now, those whispers have turned into restless nights, their hearts gripped by unease because somewhere deep in the night, they hear the echo of what you have become. They cannot sleep anymore, because you are the truth that they refuse to face, the reckoning they were too afraid to anticipate. The questions that haunt their minds, the ones they shoved away, now slam against their consciousness with unforgiving force. Who told you their darkest secret first? That haunting question is not just a whisper from the past. It's a challenge thrown into the void. It speaks of moments when you pierced the veil of deception, when you stepped beyond superficial smiles and polite lies, reaching into the core of hidden truths. They believed their secrets were safe, buried deep beneath layers of trust and control, but you found the cracks. You became the silent witness, the keeper of shadows, the one who saw through their masks and held their secrets as weapons, as proof of your rise. Those secrets are not just stories, they are the keys to your power, the fuel that ignited the fire within you to break free from the chains that bound you. And now, as they toss and turn in restless torment, you remain unshaken, unbroken, and unapologetically fierce. You embody the transformation that comes when pain becomes purpose, when betrayal sharpens resolve, when the darkest nights forge the brightest warriors. The world around you feels your shift, even if they cannot yet put it into words. You carry with you the weight of all that was stolen from you, the respect, the trust, the peace of mind, and you convert that weight into strength. Strength that radiates like a dark storm, powerful and unstoppable. They sense it, and it terrifies them. Because once you decide that you are no longer a victim, but a force of nature, there is no turning back. Think of every sleepless night they suffer, every fleeting moment of panic, as your shadow crosses their minds. You are no longer a background character in their story. You have stepped into the role of the inevitable consequence, the reckoning that cannot be ignored. They wanted to see you fall, to break beneath their pressure, but you have become the storm they could never weather. Their comfort has been shattered by the realization that you exist beyond their control, that you have embraced the darkness and turned it into a weapon of clarity. They can't sleep anymore because they know deep down you are the truth they cannot silence. Yet, with this terrifying power, comes a responsibility. The responsibility to wield your darkness wisely, not to destroy blindly, but to dismantle with purpose. Your nightmare is not chaos for chaos's sake, but the manifestation of relentless resolve, the embodiment of unyielding will. You are a force that unsettles not just for fear, but to awaken, to force those around you to confront the reality they tried to ignore. The secrets you hold, the truths you've uncovered, are not curses, but catalysts, sparks that ignite change, fuel growth, and dismantle lies. Your darkness is not a void, but a space where real power is forged. They fear you because you carry within you a light born from shadow. This is the paradox of your existence, the duality that makes you unstoppable. You have seen the worst of what they hide, yet you refuse to be consumed. Instead, you transmute their secrets into armor, their doubts into weapons, their fears into your fuel. The sleepless nights they endure are echoes of the strength you now embody. They cannot rest because the ground beneath them shifts with your every move. You have become the nightmare not just in their minds, but in the very fabric of their reality. Ask yourself this: what is it that you truly want from this power? Is it revenge? Is it recognition? Is it peace? Whatever it is, know this: it is within your reach, but only if you embrace the entirety of your journey. The darkness, the secrets, the sleepless nights, they are not the enemy. They are the crucible that refines you. The more they try to bury you, the more you rise until your presence is undeniable. The more they try to silence you, the louder your truth becomes, echoing in the corners where shadows linger. The more they fear you, the clearer it becomes that you have already won. You are a living testament to the power of transformation. You are the nightmare they never saw coming because they underestimated the depth of your resolve. You are the reckoning that haunts their dreams, the shadow that shifts with their every breath. And as you stand here now, remember this: their fear is your victory. Their sleepless nights are the proof that you are no longer just surviving, but thriving in the darkness they once thought would consume you. This is your time, your moment to own the night and rise beyond the limits they tried to impose. So, own it. Own the secrets, the shadows, the restless nights. Own the power that comes from becoming the nightmare they cannot escape. Because in owning that power, you become unstoppable. In becoming that nightmare, you become the truth that cannot be denied. And in being that truth, you finally claim the peace that comes not from avoidance, but from conquest. They can't sleep anymore, not because they are weak, but because you are strong. Not because they are broken, but because you are whole. Not because they are lost, but because you have found your way through the darkness and emerged as a force beyond fear. You are the nightmare that reshapes their world. You are the silence that shatters their peace. You are the truth they can no longer ignore. And in that truth lies your freedom. They tried to cage you, to clip your wings, to bury you beneath their lies and half-truths. But every attempt only stoked the fire inside you. Each secret you uncovered was a spark. Each betrayal, a gust of wind feeding the blaze. You did not crumble beneath the weight of their deception. No, you bent it, shaped it, made it your own. And now, the very darkness they used to try to keep you small has become your throne. Think about the nights they hide behind closed doors, trembling not from cold, but from the ghosts you have awakened. They cannot find rest because you have become the living proof that every lie they told, every hand they tried to push down, every mask they wore in their facades has been seen through, stripped away by your unrelenting gaze. They fear the silence because it echoes with the secrets you know, the truths you wield like sharpened blades. When they close their eyes, they don't find peace. They find you, your presence, your power, your refusal to fade into insignificance. But this power is not merely a shadow cast to frighten or intimidate. It is a light burning fiercely in the dark corners of the world, where injustice, betrayal, and pain once thrived unchecked. You are the reckoning, the unspoken warning that nothing hidden stays buried forever. You became their worst nightmare, not by accident, but by choice. The choice to rise when the world expected you to fall, to speak when they demanded silence, to stand when they prayed you would break. Remember every moment when they doubted you, every sneer when they dismissed your potential, every whisper that tried to convince you you were nothing. All of that was fuel, each slight a stepping stone toward this inevitable ascendance. You took their darkness, swallowed it whole, and transformed it into something they could not bear to face. Your unbreakable will. The nightmare you have become is the manifestation of their own fears. Fears born from the recognition that you are no longer theirs to control. And what of their secrets? They thought those shadows were safe, locked away behind walls of lies and silence. But you found the cracks, the fractures in their carefully constructed facades. They never realized that the one they underestimated most was the one who listened, observed, and learned. You hold those secrets not as weapons of cruelty, but as keys to your liberation, to your understanding of what truly matters. The power to rewrite your own story, the courage to burn through falsehoods and emerge reborn. Because in darkness, true clarity is born. In silence, the loudest truths resonate. And in the void where they once tried to trap you, you carved out your empire. Their restless nights are the echoes of the shift you created, a world reordered by your presence. They cannot sleep because your rise demands that they reckon with a new reality, one where you are no longer a victim or a shadow, but a force shaping everything around you. You are the nightmare that reveals the fragility beneath their bravado, the truth that shatters their illusions of control. You are the relentless storm that uproots the lies and plants seeds of fear in the fertile ground of their guilt. They turn in their beds, sweat cold and hearts racing, because deep down they know what you embody, the reckoning that follows when silence breaks and secrets are unleashed. You are the voice that refuses to be silenced, the presence that refuses to be ignored. But never forget, this nightmare is also a gift to yourself, first and foremost. It is the armor you wear forged in fire, the strength you claim by facing your own darkness without flinching. To become their worst nightmare means you have embraced the parts of yourself others feared or despised, transforming every wound into a source of power. This transformation is not just about revenge or fear, it is about liberation. It is the ultimate rebellion against a world that sought to define you by your pain instead of your potential. Now, stand in this power unapologetically. Own the restless nights you've caused, for they are the battle scars of your awakening. Own the secrets you hold, for they are the truth that lights your path. Own the fear you inspire, for it is the proof that you have shattered the chains of invisibility and insignificance. You are no longer lost in the shadows. You are the shadow, the storm, the unstoppable force rewriting the narrative. The question remains, burning in the dark. Who told you their darkest secret first? The answer is simple. No one gave it willingly. You took it because you saw what others refused to see, because you dared to walk where others feared to tread. You became the keeper of truths they tried to bury, the light in the dark they could not extinguish. That secret knowledge set you apart, made you dangerous, made you real. And from that moment forward, you could never be unseen or forgotten. So, let the world tremble in your wake. Let them lose sleep, wondering how you could rise so fiercely from the ashes of their doubt. You are the nightmare that haunts their dreams, because you refuse to be a ghost in your own story. You are the relentless force that changed everything, by becoming everything they feared. This is your domain now. The night you rule, the silence you break, the power you wield. And in that reign, you will find something no secret, no fear, no sleepless night can take away. Your freedom, your truth, your unshakable place in a world that can no longer ignore you. You have crossed the threshold where most falter, where many choose to turn back into the comforting embrace of ignorance, denial, or despair. But you, no, you chose a different path. You chose to walk alone in the night, where shadows stretch long and silence carries secrets sharper than any blade. In that darkness, you did not break. You did not shrink. Instead, you grew, shaped by the harsh realities they thought would consume you. You became the nightmare that lives in the space between what is said and what is left unspoken, between what is visible and what lurks beneath the surface. They can no longer sleep because your presence disturbs the fragile peace they crafted with lies and omission. They feel it every time the night grows too quiet, every time a memory creeps unbidden into their minds, every time their hearts quicken for no reason they can explain. That fear is the echo of your transformation. It is the vibration of a world turned upside down by the power you claim. What they once dismissed as weakness has become a storm they cannot outrun. And the irony is exquisite. In trying to silence you, they awaken the force they now dread. This nightmare you are is not an accident of fate or circumstance. It is a deliberate creation born from the darkest moments when you stared into the abyss and refused to blink. The world taught you to be small, to dim your light, to hide your scars. But you rebelled against that lesson. You took the pain, the secrets, the betrayals, and wove them into a tapestry of strength so undeniable it haunts the sleep of those who wronged you. They thought their secrets were safe, their lies concealed beneath layers of smiles and masks. But you are the one who saw through the facade. You became the keeper of their truths, the bearer of burdens they never wanted to share. And what a burden it is to hold the power that unravels illusions, to carry the weight of realities others cannot face. But you carry it with fierce grace because you understand that power without purpose is empty, that vengeance without vision is hollow. Your nightmare is not just about instilling fear, it is about awakening. It is about forcing those who once underestimated you to confront the very truths they tried to bury. You have become the living reckoning, the unavoidable reality that shatters their illusions and demands accountability. Imagine the ripple effect of your rise, the trembling foundations of their confidence, the cracks spreading through the facades they built so carefully. Your presence is a challenge, a declaration that the old order no longer stands. You embody change, the uncomfortable truth that growth often requires destruction. The sleepless nights they endure are the price of ignoring your power, the cost of underestimating the force you represent. And in that cost lies your victory, silent but absolute. But remember, power is not without its dangers. The darkness you wield is a double-edged sword, capable of cutting through deception, but also capable of consuming, if not respected. You must master it with wisdom and intention. Your nightmare must be guided by purpose, anchored by the truth of who you are beneath the shadows. Otherwise, you risk becoming what you once feared, lost in the very darkness you sought to conquer. The greatest strength lies in balance, in embracing your shadows while refusing to be defined by them. Your scars, your secrets, your sleepless nights are not your chains. They are your keys. They unlock a resilience few possess, a courage that transforms pain into power. You are not merely surviving, you are thriving in the space where others falter. You are the nightmare they fear because you have faced your own demons and emerged unbroken. So, own your story with fierce pride. Let every secret you keep, every truth you carry, be a testament to your journey. They may whisper in the dark about the nightmare you've become, but you know the truth. You are a force of nature, unstoppable and unapologetic. Their sleepless nights are your silent anthem, the unspoken acknowledgement of your strength. And when you ask yourself again, who told you their darkest secret first? Remember that it was not a gift freely given. It was a challenge accepted, a path chosen, a power claimed. You took what was hidden and made it your own. You stepped into the darkness willingly, and in doing so, you became the nightmare no one can escape. This is your dominion. This is your moment. And as they lie awake in fear, remember that your freedom is forged in the fires they could not douse. Your power born from the truths they tried to hide. You are their worst nightmare because you dared to rise. You are their restless night because you refused to be silenced. And in that defiance, you have found your true self, unyielding, unstoppable, and eternal. You have become the storm that no shelter can protect against, the shadow that refuses to fade with dawn. You are not just a presence in their minds. You are the fracture in their reality, the ripple in their carefully ordered lives, and they can feel it, that unsettling tremor that disturbs the ground beneath their feet. It is the echo of your rise, the pulse of your power, the undeniable truth that you are no longer playing by their rules. They try to forget, to move on, to pretend that everything is as it was before, but their attempts are futile because you have rewritten the rules of engagement. You hold in your hands the power of knowing, the dark knowledge of their secrets, the silent witness to their true nature. That knowledge is not a burden, it is your weapon, your shield, your crown. They fear what you know because it strips away the illusions they hide behind, and that fear is the fire that burns through their nights. Who told you their darkest secret first? It was not a matter of chance or luck. It was your choice to see, to hear, to understand what others could not or would not face. You became the guardian of the truth, the keeper of the shadows, and in doing so, you unlocked a power that cannot be undone. That secret is your legacy, a testament to your resilience, your insight, your unbreakable will. But with great power comes great responsibility. The nightmare you have become is not a mask to wear lightly, nor a weapon to wield recklessly. It is a mantle of truth and strength, a call to rise above the petty fears and shallow comforts of those who tried to confine you. Your darkness is not just a source of fear for others, it is the light that guides you through the labyrinth of your own soul. You walk a path few dare to follow, and in that solitude, you find clarity. They cannot sleep because you have taken away their safety, the safety of ignorance, denial, and control. You have become the living reminder that truth cannot be silenced, that justice cannot be delayed forever. Their sleepless nights are the sound of their own consciences, waking from the slumber of complacency. And that awakening is your triumph, even if they do not yet realize it. This nightmare is your power, yes, but it is also your liberation. It is the breaking of chains, the shattering of illusions, the rising from ashes they thought would bury you forever. You are no longer the hunted. You are the hunter, no longer the victim. You are the force that changes the game. Your strength is not born from cruelty or bitterness, but from the fierce love of your own truth and the refusal to be diminished. Remember this every time the darkness threatens to overwhelm you. The same shadows that scare them are the ones that shaped you. The sleepless nights that plague them are the nights you spent forging your spirit in the fire of adversity. Their fears are the reflection of your power, the unspoken recognition that you have become something they can never control or contain. So stand tall in the night, own the weight of their secrets as a crown, the restless fear you inspire as your battle cry. You are the nightmare that will not be forgotten because you refuse to fade. You are the truth that haunts their dreams because you embody what they denied. You are the force that will never be silenced because your story is written in the ink of resilience and strength. And as they lie awake, tormented by the echoes of your rise, know this: you are free. Free from the chains of their expectations, free from the shadows of their lies, free from the silence they try to impose. Your nightmare is their reckoning, and in that reckoning, you find your power, your peace, your victory.